It is Sunday. We just came back from church, and usually at our old house, church was an hour and 10 minutes away from our house. So we didn't get back to the house until late and still had to do a whole bunch of stuff for eBay. But guess what? We now live only 11 minutes from church, which is very good because now after church, I come back, I do some work. And today the work is we are finally shipping stuff out. We are off of vacation mode and we're gonna start listing and shipping on eBay again. That is our first sale, so that will be shipped out. And then we did have actually up here a little one of those trinket box right there. So for 90 doll hairs, I'll have to see what the custom SKU is because I know it's in this sea of boxes. So I don't know if it's trinket box or Yorkie. I have no idea. Actually, the custom SKU is Crumbly's Yorkie. So that's the name of the brand. And they actually sell really, really well. It's CRUMMLES, I believe. So if you look that up on eBay and do sold comps, they actually sell very well. And then I'm gonna start listing some stuff from the Millionaire Locker soon, and then also some of the pottery, and also I think some of the perfume bottles I'm also gonna list. But today, I'm actually shipping for the first time in 3 weeks, and it feels pretty good. So next day here, and we are at the house that we're actually selling. This is our old house. It will be on the market. I know we had a couple questions about what we're doing with the house. If we're gonna rent it out, if we're gonna do whatever. No, we're not doing any of that. This house will actually be up for sale, hopefully within a week or two of this video posting. The address is 317 Oak Haven Drive in Murrells Inlet, South Carolina. The house is ready for paint. My dad actually came in here and patched all the holes and everything, repainted some of the rooms. Now the carpet will have to be replaced. We use this obviously as like a warehouse the entire time we were here, so it will be, the carpet just got to be replaced is what I'm saying. But 3-bedroom, 2-bath. I'm sure I'll end up putting links on like the Facebook page or something like that when we do post it, but that's exactly what we're doing with the house. I know a lot of people are like, well, are you gonna rent it out and everything? No, we're not gonna do any of that. We're not gonna make it an Airbnb. One, it is an hour away from our house now, and for us to manage it, it would just be very difficult. Plus, ain't gonna lie, we would rather have the equity in the house to put on the new house we just bought. I mean, check out the garage. My dad did an amazing job. This thing was full of holes and everything. Now she is ready for any type of paint that the new owners want. This stuff right here is the stuff that's only left. These are actually going to my parents' house today. And then the only thing I have left is the big T-Rex head, some wood, and some like little miscellaneous stuff that I left behind. But really, my dad did an excellent job patching all the holes and then also painting those spots. But we are selling this place. It will be on the market ASAP, and it'll be interesting when it sells. Hopefully it sells fast. We do have to take the safes out there to the new house and everything. What I'm gonna do is go ahead and load this other stuff up, and then this will be the last time, other than coming in here for doing like, maybe the realtor or anything like that. But this is the last load of actual stuff that we will be taking from this house. And everything is loaded, got the safe in there, the washer and dryer. We're gonna head over to my parents' house. And like I said, this is goodbye to this residence. I lived here for 13 years, but time to move on. Can't wait to get this thing sold. If you guys are looking for a house in Murrells Inlet, I promise you I can make you a fairly good deal. So what we're gonna do, head back to the new place. eBay barn is all up and running. Actually, last night I listed about 5 or 6 items and a whole bunch of things sold right after that. Took everything off of away mode and put a sale on the store for 15% off, and I'll show you what sold. Something sold for $595. Back home, again, we live about an hour and 10 minutes away from our old house, and remember, why is that so tight? And now the big fun begins. I got this in here by myself, no problem, but it wasn't laying down. And turns out I probably should have brought the bigger trailer because the safe did not fit up and down in this, so I had to knock it over. And it weighs a lot. I think the safe probably weighs around 400 pounds. We actually had a bigger safe that weighed, I think, 900 to 1,000 pounds. We opted to give that one away because me and my dad tried to move it. It was too heavy. And we really don't need it at this place. We have actually a lot of our stuff in a safety deposit box. There's not a whole bunch of stuff in this house. So, but we are bringing that in here. I have to do it alone because my dad's out of town and Kayla's not here. So I'm gonna try to move this safe by myself. I'm not gonna film any of it because there's gonna be a lot of like grunting and noise making and stuff. So that's, I'll just come back on here and tell you if I need a chiropractor or not. So we got the safe in. The place is not a huge deal. I had a cheat code. My wife got home and helped me. Kayla was like, hey, let me help you with that. I pulled, she pushed. Good teamwork helps the, you know, the back, the old backelator. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and put the trailer back. The cool thing now is that y'all know everything is in one spot, which means we don't have to go far or really far at all. Same property to put the trailer back, which is back there. Also, this gate is not doing too well. As you can tell, she's seen some better days. It's falling apart up there and a little bit up there. And it's kind of annoying having to take the pegs out and move it. The gate just, I think, needs to be redone. If we talk to an electrician, we're actually gonna put electric in, and then we're gonna put an electric gate on this side that will slide. And then on the other side, we're also gonna put another gate that will kind of like open in or open out. It will be a lot easier pulling trailers because then I don't have to get out. I can just hit a button, be good to go. Also, that gate isn't very strong in the wind. That's why it has that bungee cord around it. So just a whole bunch of things that we want to kind of fine tune while we get on this property, but the gates are going to be one of the first ones that we do. And then our drainage issue up underneath the garage, then a lot of work is going to happen in the garage. But I'm going to go ahead and drop the trailer, head into the eBay barn, and tell y'all what's sold. Little update on this area. It looks exactly the same. Nothing really has occurred here, although we did give Dad a ton of boxes and totes that we weren't using. And this is still the trash that we have to throw away when we get a dumpster. So all this right here is going to be trash. I did buy this at a yard sale the other day. The lady told me it was new. It's a nice little pillow. I've been looking for a new pillow. We get it home, definitely not new. So she got me on the $5 there. And then those shelving units we might put up here, or we might just see how much it's going to cost to finish this area out. We don't know if it's in the budget quite yet until the other house sells. Once the other house sells, then we can move on a lot of these projects. Also, talking about projects, I have a whole bunch of stuff in here that I want to do that I want to show you. So nothing in this area is going to change. We really like everything here in the lighting. The biggest thing that we're changing in this area is going to be the lighting. So that little thing right here, we're going to go ahead and put in like an LED light up there. These lights over there, not really good, so LED lights there. The fan is gonna have to go. The AC in this place works really, really well, and there's a vent right there, so when we're doing whatnot, we can go ahead and bump it down and be nice and cool. But that has got to be a better light. So when we're facing this way, even with the ring light, we do want a good amount of light on us for whatnot so that the picture's really good. And then this fan has got to go because it hits our shelves. Again, that's gonna be a flush mounted LED light. The cedar closet is all nice and clean. We did fill in the holes that we could see through the outside. But other than that, we do have a whole bunch of stuff ready for whatnot on our next show, which is like right here. So this is, again, all on deck whatnot items right there. And then we do have a whatnot show coming up that's already done, moving a lot faster at this property for sure, obviously considering the fact that I don't have to drive anywhere and pick stuff up. And then out here, there's only two things that I want out here because I'm going to list out here a good bit because it's beautiful weather out. I come out here, use natural sunlight, and that is honestly the best lighting to use when it comes to pictures. So we're going to put a fan up there, and then I'm thinking the electrician is go ahead and put an outlet out right there, so I can have a TV out here and watch some YouTube and stuff like that when I'm out here listing. So we did have the electrician come out, and he's getting me a quote to do all that stuff. There's a lot of other stuff on the property, electricity-wise, that's going to be done on the main house and then on the exterior of the house. But other than that, that's everything on the eBay barn. So what we have for the whatnot area, a lot of people like to see, you know, how we do things. This is all whatnot stuff. So this is like the little stuff that'll go first. It's like 1 through, I think, 60. So we have 60 items on these couple shelves, so we can just go right here and then we'll just grab them from there. And then all these shelves down here are whatnot items. And this is pretty much how many we're gonna have. We could probably max out around 125 items, but right now we have 108 that fits very comfortably on these. We don't wanna overdo that. We like to have around 100 to 110 items on whatnot. Works very well for us. The shipping works good. We're in a very good flow. The only thing that we need to do is we need to go ahead and get a printer for over here so we can print out the scan sheets for the post office. Right now, I think that's the only thing that's missing around here is going to be that. We got all the everything up and running over here, like we said. So we are officially moved into this house. It did take a little bit longer than expected just because sometimes via traffic it takes about an hour and a half to an hour and 45 minutes to get out here. But we are officially up and running. If you follow us on Facebook and you saw me pick up that big cat, the Jim Shore, that actually sold instantaneously. I picked it up for $8, sold for $75 plus shipping. Then last night, if you watched our Peaches to Beaches, we picked up a ThinkPad from Levino or something like that. Put it in D2, and guess what? It sold within a day, or actually within 12 hours. We picked it up for $5, no, $10 for this one, and sold for $95 plus shipping. We also sold one of these Charade old timer knives, and that one sold for $38 plus shipping. We also have one other sale. It's going to be in the boxes here. I'll have to look at the custom SKU because you know it's something like Reed 45, and then it has nothing to do with that. So let me look it up. This was it's Reed 2. So it's Reed 2, and it sold for $595. All right, there it is. Reed 2 double box. This one will have to be double boxed. And there she goes. It is a Donald L. Reed Bronze Apple, signed 1996, sold for $595. That ain't too shabby for your first day getting back on eBoo. What I'm going to do right now is actually this stuff behind me needs to be cleaned up and taken down below to be thrown away, or the bins are going to be saved. And then we still have a ton of stuff that we have not gone through from a couple storage units and Peaches to Beaches, but they're out in these waterproof containers like I showed you before. So there still is some sorting to do here, but again, we are officially up and running. It is only noon. I got up around 5:30 this morning and headed into the beach to get everything done. But this stuff right here needs to get sorted through today, and then hopefully get about 10 items listed. I have a ton of golf clubs I need to start listing. I really want to list those outside just because they're much easier to work with in a bigger area. Then I can like just lay them on that deck and just take pictures of them and just start custom skewing them. And then what I think I'm gonna do with the golf clubs is just kind of throw them under here for now because we don't have that many. I don't plan to become a big golf club seller like I used to. I'm only picking up golf clubs that I can sell for $30 or above. And usually I like to pick those up for about $5. So that's not, kind of few and far between nowadays that you're gonna find that. I still look for golf clubs, but honestly, I don't pick up near as much as I used to. Only the really, really good ones, because I kind of have a good idea of what sells and what doesn't sell. Not the best at golf clubs, but I definitely have learned my lesson on picking up golf clubs that don't sell. So, enough chatting. I'm going to go ahead and pull these orders, put them over there, and then start going through some stuff and listing. Second session of listing in the eBay barn went really, really well. Did 13 or 14 listings. Most of them were golf clubs. I actually didn't take them outside. I did them right here on this table with that ring light. Worked out really well. It's about 3 o'clock, and a little bit different from this place than our old home is I worked out in the garage at the old house, and it was always very hot. Obviously, it was not climate controlled. But since we live in the city, and it's a small city, but still a city, so it does have a gym, and it's only like a mile away from the house. So what I'm going to do is jump in the truck, head down there, work out for about 45 minutes to an hour, come back, and then work probably from 4 until, see, now I can work a lot longer because before we'd always have to get in the truck and come back and do all that type of stuff. I only have 2 things to pack, which are sitting over there, and I don't have to go pick them up, so which is sweet. And so when I can come back and probably working from 4 all the way until maybe around 8 o'clock, so another good 4 hours of working. So I can probably list another maybe 20 items or something like that. Tomorrow we're going thrifting up in a new area. We've never been here before, so we thought we'd hit a couple thrift stores to see, you know, if they're any different or if they're the same down as they are in Merle's Inlet. And then hopefully soon we'll be getting some storage units. Storage units have been getting canceled around here, which is kind of like bittersweet. It's good that the people didn't lose their stuff, but also we need storage units to get inventory to make content to sell it on places. So that's what's going on. I'll jump in the truck, come back, and do some more listing. Back from the gym and now back to work. What I'm doing now is actually going through all of the bins that were outside, and because they was full of stuff that was either eBay or whatnot or actually trash. So what I'm going through here is a whole bunch of neat things. I forgot that we had all these marbles. I found my marbles, and I just did a couple like Google lenses of these, and like, see how that marble, I don't know if that's just broken or that's how exactly that it was made. Some marbles can be worth a ton of money, so I'm gonna have to make sure that I go through these better. I mean, there's a ton of them in here. I might have to get a black light on some of them to see if some of them actually glow, because it seems like that's important. So this will most likely be eBay until I figure out what it is. If they're not worth a whole bunch, we'll probably lot them up and put them on whatnot. This guy right here, the brass, check him out. He's definitely going to be eBay. I think he actually goes for about 60 or 70 bucks. He's from the company Baldwin. And then like the Ninja Turtle guys, they'll actually, these are good. These are actually vintage, but they're going to go ahead and go on Whatnot. The silver spoons, these are sterling silver spoons and forks here, and I think one knife, brand spanking new. That'll be eBay. All of the knives, pocket knives, are going to be Whatnot. And then what I'm going to do is go ahead and just separate them. So again, we have 2 different rooms here. I'll bring a bin in for the Whatnot area and then say, hey, it goes in the Whatnot area for on deck. And then we'll go ahead and put the eBay stuff in the eBay stuff. And probably tonight I will list at least, I said like 13 or 14. We're probably going to shoot for like 5 or 6. I will probably list all the sterling silver together as one. And I did find this at the bottom of one of the boxes. This is actually from the Millionaire Locker, which I'll go ahead and put this one on Whatnot for everybody. That's a very cool wooden letter opener. But everything else, what I'm going to do for the rest of the night is just go through this stuff. Again, this is so much easier than we're used to. So I'm moving a lot faster, a lot more efficient, which is perfect. That's what we wanted when we bought this resident. Everything else, like the projects that we're doing in here, we'll just keep everybody updated so far. Nothing else is really going on except we're just waiting for the electrician and then, you know, the person to do the mulch and everything to make that look good. Again, we are tearing down that Bradford pear. They're like evasive, I think, in South Carolina, maybe everywhere. I don't know. We don't like them. That's the one that broke in the back of the house before. It's split in half and they get super, super big. So we're excited to get that out of there and maybe put up a flagpole early in the eBay barn. And the good thing is about having it right across from where I live at is I get to come in and actually ship early on in the day. Like usually things that sold, I wouldn't be able to ship and later on, obviously. So there's gonna be more happy customers because I ship faster. This stuff was just bought overnight. And we turn a light on, a little dark in here today. There you go, even might open up a window here. Check it out. Look at the dove. We have so many doves around this place, just chilling. Good morning, little dove. I'll have to get you some food. All right, are you hungry? You look a little hungry. So, dove food, I don't know what they eat, but I'll buy some dove food. So we had 2 sales, and I'm gonna go ahead and pack them and ship them out. Again, they were sold last night. All right, we had a keyboard sell in D5 for 75 bucks. This came out of the Millionaire Locker. It is a Logitech K835. So all we're gonna do right here, pull D5. There she is. The Logitech has a built-in little thing in super good condition. If you can find this brand new, you wouldn't believe these things are $300. Brand spanking new. Pretty insane. The next one sold in D2. It is a brass lion head door knocker. This came out of, oh man, I think it was the super vintage locker that we got from Mount Pleasant. And this guy right here, check his little head out right there, little lion head. It's actually super heavy, so it's really nice. This sold for $28 plus shipping. So I don't think that's too shabby. I listed 24 items the other day. It was actually yesterday, and things are selling. I've got a lot of watchers on things, so I'm gonna keep on keeping on. We still don't even have 100 items in our eBay store. I'm hoping to get to maybe 150 by the end of the month, and then go from there. I would like to get the eBay store back up to about 1,000. I don't want to get really over 1,000 with using Whatnot, selling things very quickly on Whatnot. I don't see me getting over 1,000 on eBay. And check it out. We got the red light for the dehumidifier. This thing, I'll tell you what, when it's not working, it is definitely more humid in here. And so this thing works really well. Check how much water it pulls out of the air. And this was just, actually I think this was 4 days now. That's a lot of moisture in the air. Sticker back in there. We're at 58. That thing will get it down to 55 in no time. It usually stays around 49 to 51, which is pretty good. But that right there, I think, is a super good deal. I think it was like 200 bucks on Amazon. And it definitely, when you come in here and it's not on, you can tell the difference. Just a little bit humid. It's not terrible. We knew that buying old houses, especially this one. This one's probably definitely not insulated correctly. The other house is insulated correctly and it's not humid at all in there. But I might even get one for that house because it really does make a difference. So we're going to go ahead, pop on eBay, print some labels. And today's a big day because we're going thrifting in a new area, which is always fun. So we're going to go hit some thrift stores and hopefully tomorrow we're going to buy in some storage units.